Let's take a look at SalesNOW on the iPad. We're extremely excited here at SalesNOW to be able to offer for the first time ever a tablet version of SalesNOW. We were able to take advantage of the greater real estate on the iPad to be able to provide an enhanced end user experience. You can download SalesNOW from the Apple App Store. You can also download SalesNOW from the salesnow.com website. Like any of our apps, you have the ability to log in securely, and any information that you're entering into SalesNOW on your iPad is synchronizing with SalesNOW on the web and vice versa. When you first log into SalesNOW on your iPad, you'll be asked if you'd like to import any of your contacts from your iPad address book. You'll also be asked if you'd like to refresh any data from the server. One of the advantages of the app version of SalesNOW on the iPad is that you can use it in and out of coverage. So if you're a sales rep and you travel on a plane, you've got the ability to access that information. You have the ability to update details in your contacts or maybe a stage of a deal. And when you get back into wireless coverage, that information that you've updated in SalesNOW on the iPad is updated automatically on the server side or the web version of your SalesNOW account. We'll take a deeper dive into SalesNOW on the iPad, and we'll look at every record more in depth. Starting with contacts, the menu option allows you to sort your contacts by different criteria, whether by first name, by last name, etc. You can do keyword searches as well. Just start typing ahead. Maybe I want to look at all the records that begin with T, and there they are. I can cancel that search. I can also scroll. Let's take a look at the menu option in the contacts. So you have the ability to sort your contacts in various ways, such as first name or by a last name, by company, by city, by zip code. You can do a keyword search to be able to type and pull up records, for example, that begin with the letter T. You have the ability to scroll through the list of contacts. Notice, and one of the great advantages of SalesNOW on the iPad are that you can see this list of contacts on the left, and in the middle here you see the contact details, and then off to the right you see the menu options. So that is unique to the tablet version of SalesNOW. So we'll take a look at the details of Amanda Anderson. So you can capture general details such as the work information, phone number, address, her mobile number, her email, the type of contact. You can predefine, by the way, the types of contacts that you deal with. So perhaps Amanda's a prospect. And as you scroll down, you'd be able to see if there were any custom fields that were created. So you can access that information. You can make updates to those fields. And all of the history and current interaction with Amanda, you'd be able to see in this view as well. So you can see the history of leads or any current leads being worked on, current deals, cases, any activities such as the calls, meetings, tasks, any email correspondence that has taken place, and then the custom information. So with SalesNOW, all of the standard fields and related drop-down lists can be configured by your SalesNOW administrator, and additional custom fields can be added as well, so that really, out of the box, SalesNOW can be tailored around how you do business. Scheduling activity is extremely easy. So I'm working with Amanda. I want to schedule a call. All I do is just tap schedule call, and this new call record appears. And you'll notice that that call record will get associated with Amanda's contact, with Amanda's company record. And as I scroll down, I can set when that's going to take place, when I'd like a reminder, and the activity that I'm scheduling in SalesNOW on my iPad is getting associated not only to SalesNOW, but it will also get updated in my iPad calendar. And if my iPad is in sync with my desktop email and calendar, that activity will also show there. Emailing your contacts is extremely easy. So if I'd like to email Amanda, I just tap on email here, and that email can get associated with Amanda's contact, her company record, even a lead, deal, or case I might be working on, and get archived accordingly. I can schedule meetings. I can create new records very easily. I can create a new lead. So let's pretend I've been speaking with Amanda. I've qualified her as potentially somebody that I could close a deal with. So by creating a new lead, I can capture information such as the estimated units or value or some product interest here and be able to really move things a little bit forward. So right from the contact record, you've got the ability to see the list, the detail views, the menuing options, and as I'm working with Amanda, I can stay on top of what I'm speaking to her about, what questions she might have had. I can update notes very quickly, logging the calls, logging the meetings. I can email right from the contact record. I can create new records such as new leads and deals. So that is the contact record area. Let's have a look at the company record area. So in the company record, you've got the ability to select the menu, to be able to sort those companies by various criteria, such as by company, by city, by zip, by contract expiry, if that applies to your business. You can also do keyword searches, so you can just begin typing ahead and pull up records accordingly. You can also scroll through the list of companies to look up a company. And notice as well, from the company view, you have the ability to see the list of companies on the left. In the middle, you can see the detail for the selected company and the menuing options off to the right. So from a company, I can show these details, and the type of information that can be captured obviously would be the phone number, address, any of these fields that you see such as industry or type. You can create lists and predefine those. So maybe this geoengineering company is a prospect at this point. As we scroll down, you have the ability to see the contacts that are associated with this company. You have the ability to see the lead records that might be associated, any deals, any cases, any activity, and all of the interactions that you might have with any of those contacts associated with that company record all roll up to that one company record. From a company record, you have the ability to schedule activities such as a call, a meeting. You can create a new contact. You can create a new lead, deal, new case. You can log activity. And now let's have a look at the lead records. So taking a look at the lead record, you have the ability to select the menu to sort leads by name, by company, by next appointment. You could even show leads by active, inactive, or all leads that are in your database. You'll notice that on the left here you have a search bar, so you could begin typing to search for specific leads. And so if I want to look up all the leads that begin with F, here are Field Technologies and the Frank Johnson lead. You can also scroll down through the list of leads to be able to access lead records in that method. In the middle here, you'll notice the details for any lead that you select will display. And then off to the right, you have your menuing options, such as the ability to schedule your activity, the next call against that lead, the next meeting. Create logs such as call and meeting logs, new tasks, or you could even convert that lead to a deal record when appropriate. The details of a lead record include the type of lead, the number of estimated units or value, or whatever you'd like to call that. You can add notes to the lead record. You can select the next appointment, and any of the interaction that you have with that lead, such as scheduled calls, if there were any, or meetings, tasks, any email correspondence, and custom information roll up nicely to that lead record. So the leads area can be used as a way to track and manage that prospective business. And it could also be used to manage campaigns. So in SalesNOW on the web, we have lead import tools. So your marketing director might import a bunch of leads from a trade show by a specific lead type, redistribute all of those leads to various sales reps on the field. So if you're one of those sales reps, you can receive those leads, get a notification on your iPad that you've received that lead record, and begin to work with those leads accordingly. So the leads area basically can be used in one of two ways. At your discretion, you can create the lead record, and it can be used to house leads from a campaign. After you've qualified that lead a little further, you can convert that lead to a deal simply by selecting Convert to Deal. Let's take a look at the deal records. In the deal records, you have the ability, using the menu option, to sort those deals on your iPad by the name, or by company, by the next appointment, and you can see all the various options there. You can sort by stage. You can also sort or show deals by active, won, lost. I'm going to redo that. So you can also show deals by active, won, and or lost, or show all of the deals that are in the database. You'll notice that there's a search bar here where you can begin typing and pull up all of the deals that start with the letter H, as an example. And you also have the ability to scroll down through the list of deals to quickly access a desired deal. So the left side here, you have the list of deals. In the middle, if you select a deal, let's select a deal here, you can see the detailed information as it relates. So here we have a deal with Amy Thompson, and that deal record is associated with company ABC. You can show the details such as, is this a new deal, or what is the status? So the other thing, you'll be able to track the estimated units, the estimated value, probability. And as you're entering or updating that information, those details are being updated in SalesNOW on the web, so your management can see what deals are taking place, where they're at in the funnel, and when they're forecasted to close. As we scroll down, you can see any of the activity, such as calls, meetings, tasks, any email correspondence that might relate or associate with that deal. And then, of course, any of the custom information. Off to the right, you have the ability to schedule activity, such as scheduling calls or meetings or logging activity that will associate with the deal record. You can also create tasks, such as maybe you want to create a task, create pricing proposal, and have that associate to the deal, so you can do that. Let's have a look at cases. The case module today is used by our customers to track and manage service issues, to be able to track and manage work tickets or service requests. And the bottom line, you can configure the cases in any way you'd like. So let's pretend that I want to look up cases. How am I going to do that? I can go to the menu. I can sort the cases by subject, or by issue type, or by company, or by owner. We also have this search bar available where you can begin typing the name of a case. So let's say we wanted to find all the cases that are named broken. I could begin typing broken, and there are the cases named broken. The cases can also be viewed as a list, and I can scroll down through that list of cases to quickly access a specific case record. So the list view of those cases is located on the left, and then in the middle we have the details for that specific case that you select, and the details could include the case number, which, by the way, when a case record is created and saved, it automatically generates a case number, which then can be searched on. The origin can be predefined, the type, the subtype related to that type, the priority, the status of that case, when it's due, and any related notes. So the case record area is a great way to manage customer service issues. It's a great way to manage work tickets, service requests, you name it. After the sale, you want to be able to serve your customers well. The case record area is a way to do that. Let's have a look at activities in SalesNOW. Activities are broken down by calls, meetings, and tasks. Let's take a look at calls. So the calls can be accessed and sorted in different ways. If I select the menu, I can sort calls by subject, by date, by leads, by specific deals or cases that they might be associated with. I can also, using this search bar, begin to type the name of one of those scheduled or logged calls to quickly access the record in that manner. I can also, using this list of calls, scroll down and access a call in that way. If I select any one of these items in the list, in the middle here you'll notice the details for that call will be displayed. So maybe the work number is something that you selected for that call. That's being displayed. The duration of that meeting, the associated contacts and companies, and any additional custom information. Some of our customers will create custom fields in an activity record in order for the sales reps to prepare for an effective call. And those custom fields might be created as questions, and the sales rep goes through that list of fields and checks off what they need to accomplish to prepare for that call. The same could be said after a call, that there's a number of items to check off for common results. And so that makes it easy for the sales rep to quickly get updates into SalesNOW activity records, and then, of course, in real time, all that information that's being entered by the sales rep is syncing with SalesNOW on the server or website. In real-time, management can see all the calls that I'm making, all the call logs I've been entering, all the notes related to those calls. So that's the call area. So the calls are typically defined in SalesNOW as the actual phone calls and logged phone calls that have been taking place. Let's have a look at the meetings. So meetings are typically used for actual face-to-face meetings. The meeting record can be used when scheduling a webinar as well. It's up to you. You can access meeting records using the menu option, which then provides the ability to sort those meeting records by subject, by date, by leads, deals, or cases. You also have the ability to show meetings by today, this week's, this month's, or all. You can further determine if you want to hide completed meetings or filter by various criteria. Using the menu, you have the ability to sort, to show, and to filter those meetings as desired. You also, using the search bar, can begin to type the name of a meeting to quickly access that meeting. You can use the list view as well to quickly scroll through to a specific meeting. And then when you select that meeting, notice that in the middle, the details for that meeting appear. So I can see that this meeting was with Amanda Anderson at company ABC. I can show the details. I can see that this meeting took place in December. I can see the type, it was on site. And as I scroll down, if there were any additional contacts and companies that you wanted to have this meeting associated with, they would display here. You also have the ability to view custom fields that may have been created by your SalesNOW administrator against the meeting record. Custom fields against the meeting record may be used to determine key areas that need to be checked off in order to prepare for an effective meeting. So maybe your administrators created a checklist. You check off, I've completed the proposal, or I've completed the sample request, and that's all done, and then that information is captured in that meeting, and it's easily accessible by me as the sales rep. And then if I'm a manager, I can generate an activity report and see obviously all the general activities that my sales reps are up to, in addition to any of the custom details that relate specifically to our line of business. We're going to take a look at tasks. By using the menu option, you have the ability to sort tasks by various criteria, such as subject, by date, by tasks associated with specific leads or deals or cases. Using the menu option, you can also show tasks by today's, this week's, this month's, or all. You can also determine whether or not you'd like to hide completed tasks or to filter those tasks by certain criteria. Using the search bar, you have the ability to begin typing the name of a task to search a task record in that way, or using the list view on the left, you can scroll down through that list, choose a desired task, and in the middle view, be able to see the details accordingly. So here we have a task associated with Brenda, with company ABC. The task record allows you to choose the type of task, the status, the priority, when it's to take place or begin, when it's due, the reminder, any additional contacts and companies that might be associated with that case, and any additional custom fields that your SalesNOW administrator may have added. With one click, using this menu option on the right, you can change the status of a task. You can mark it as planned, you can mark it as held. The email menu option here allows you to begin to create an email that will associate with that task, with the associated company, with the associated contact. If there's a lead, deal, or case you also want to associate that with, you can do that as well. So in the middle view, you have the ability to select a desired email, and you can see the details that this email was associated to Carmen, to the company, and you can show additional details that the priority of this email might have been normal or high, the additional contacts and companies that this email might have been associated with, and any additional custom information. And the menu option on the right allows you to mark the emails as planned or held, and right from the email area as well, it allows you to launch a brand new email. So in summary, SalesNOW on the iPad will allow you to be highly productive when you're on the road. You've got the ability to track and manage every interaction with your contacts. You can stay on top of deals, stages of those deals, and ultimately close more business, which we all know in sales leads to making more money.